Hello, awesome people. I hope you're having a great day today. Today we're taking a look at the next short story in this Cthulhu, the next Lovecraft Circle that's set in the Cthulhu Mythos by folks. It's published in the mid-90s. I'll link it to you in the comments below. It's also by Brian Lumley. It's also about the same length as the previous short story I just read. 17 pages. This one's 16 pages. The Kiss of Bugg-Shash. It introduces a new character into the Cthulhu Mythos, and that character's name is Bugg-Shash for you folks. And so we'll be taking a look at my thoughts of this review. Now, as a reminder, this is the second short story by this author here in this collection for you folks. I picked this up when I was doing a deep dive in college into Lovecraft and the Cthulhu Mythos after I discovered Lovecraft in the early parts of my junior year in college. And then he became my favorite author from Michael Moorcock very quickly. And then I did a deep dive into his stuff, and then I picked up a few collections from Del Rey. And then I dedicate my reviews every October to the Cthulhu Mythos, right? So, and now that we're mid-October, last night I knocked out the Kiss of Bugg-Shash pretty quickly. Now, the previous short story that we reviewed from this collection, I gave a 7 to. It was fun. It was interesting. I enjoyed it and so forth. This one feels more like a 6 out of 10 for you folks. So let's talk about why. So, as a reminder, my review is spoiler free, so I won't be doing a deep dive into this. But the basic concept is that a couple of people of pretty minor ability when it comes to the occult have summoned a character who is incredibly super and evil and hunts them in the nighttime so they can't have any night. So they go to an occultist and he says, show me what you did. He summons it. That's Bugg-Shash, and he's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be taking care of it too. And then so now the three of them will set out to find out who his creature is, what they need to do to answer, right, and so forth. And then that search is after 2 or 3 pages into the 16-page short story is the rest of the short story. Now, that's what's happening in this. So the elements that are in the Cthulhu Mythos are things like the Necronomicon and the Spectre cult nor nameless cults, and so forth. The Book of Ivan. So those are the things where they go and do research on this brand new character that's been introduced by the author. So I like that, but first of all, he just didn't feel like a particularly new iteration. I think his name's kind of silly. Bugg-Shash feels like a character. Feels like a monster you would create in like a comic or a comedic undertone, but this is trying to take itself seriously. So that's another reason why I had the issues with it. Also, the description of Bugg-Shash when he appears as a gibbering mouther from a Dungeons and Dragons. I also wonder if this was created. Gary Gygax used a lot of inspiration when he created the Dungeons and Dragons game in the 70s. So I wonder if he knew about this and I read this and so forth. H.P. Lovecraft was one of the influences listed in Appendix M, and I'm sure that other people that wrote this mythos too, like Clark Ashton Smith and Robert D. Howard, were as well. So all three of those people are key influences. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was, right, and so forth. So, but there you are. I'll go ahead and leave you to it. So, 6 out of 10, that's why. Have you read this? If so, what did you think about it? Let's talk about it in the comments below. As a reminder, the channel's name is the worst thing about new books. That's a quote by a French philosopher, Jacques Schubert, who said that the worst thing about new books was, and they kept us from reading the old ones. And this is definitely an older work. And then I hope you enjoyed this, so let me know if you did. And if you did, hit that subscribe button and word that bell if you're feeling frisky. It's really appreciated for you folks. And then finally, I want to thank you so much for taking some time out of your day and investing in watching my video. We all had so many things that are happening in our lives, and we're all pulled in so many different directions. So the fact that you spent this time with me is incredibly humbling, and I appreciate it. So thanks again, and have an amazing day.